What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Catch Me Off-Road YouTube channel. Today we have another cool couple of mods for the TRX, and these mods can be done on any truck, not just TRXs, whether it's a Jeep or a Raptor or any other vehicle. And what it is related to the off-road lighting. So currently I have some Baja Designs rear amber lights. They're S1s with the yellow lenses. These lights have been giving me a little trouble with the lens color. It's actually starting to fade really bad, where when I use these lights, they're actually more of a white light, and I'll put a clip in here real quick to show you what that looks like when they're on. Baja Designs does, I've heard they'll warranty the repair or replacement of those lenses, but also I've been having issues with the side Allen bolts getting seized up, and with the hot and cold weather here in Michigan, these bolts have been getting seized up where I can no longer adjust them, and I've stripped out the Allen head on the inside and on the other two on that side. So these are kind of fixed in position right now. So I was actually able to, let me show you the front ones as well. So these front ones right here are from M&R Automotive. Great lights. They do have amber backlights as well, and they're white main beam. I like these lights a lot. I ran them on my last TRX as well, but I'm wanting something that's a little bit larger in size than this physical size, just because I feel like they're a little small on the TRX. If you stand back and look at it, they're a little small for my liking. I was wanting something a little bit bigger. So I reached out to my friends at TYRI Lighting. They are an awesome local company, local in the Midwest here. They're actually out of Wisconsin, and they were able to give me advice on which lights from their product line would work well with my needs. So I told them I wanted something for the rear ambers as replacements for Baja Designs S1s, since I wanted to give them a try, and I'll explain why in a second here. They told me that their 0606 product line, which is these small pods, is a very good competitor or replacement for those Baja Designs lights. And then I told them I wanted something larger for my front pillar mounts, and they sent me these, which are they're called 1313s. So all of their lights are numbered, and this is what the 1313 looks like, and I'll show you that in a second as well. These are the part numbers of the lights I actually got. So 1313, you can see right there, 1313 P2, that's the product item number. And then this is for the exact lights that I have, and you can see they added different lenses for me because I requested yellow lenses instead of amber. They offer both. Anyway, so let me tell you a little bit about TYRI. So they're originally a lighting company for like mining and industrial uses. So they're very heavy duty lights, high vibration resistance, cold and hot weather testing has been done, high durability, etc. Really made for the harshest conditions. So it really makes a perfect fit for getting into the off-road segment, which is what they're trying to expand into. So by me asking them for off-road lights, they got really excited and said, you know what, we actually have some really cool ones that would work perfectly for you. So they went ahead and hooked me up with a set of these rear amber lights, and very high quality, I can say, just by feeling them and looking at them. They have really nice heat dissipation fins in the back. They also have, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 LEDs on the front. And then the nice yellow lenses that I requested. These just come in a box with some padding and then a really cool Deutsch connector, which is nice. All you have to do is wire that into your auxiliary upfitter switches or whatever you're wiring it into on your vehicle. And then that just clips into the back right there. And then for the larger light, this is awesome. I was really impressed by this. So the TYRI lights right here, they come with a black front cover for if when you're not using them, to protect the lights, and because it's actually illegal in a lot of states to drive around without covers on your lights. So it comes with this really nice black cover, and then under the cover is just a clear lens. And then check this out, it also comes with an amber lens and a new gasket and everything else, and instructions on how to replace that out. That comes with every one of their larger lights like this. And, if you're a Baja Designs customer or Rigid, you know that you have to call in to order these separate. You have to pay a little extra for them with shipping and all that. So this is a nice little touch that it comes with them. Also comes with the similar size Deutsch connector with heavier gauge wire for the higher amperage rating of this light. Instructions as well, some padding. I kind of took that off. Let me pop this cover off. So that's what the light looks like underneath. It's got kind of a I think they call this like I don't know if it's a combo or what it is, but the lens has a cool pattern that's kind of, it's focused, but it also has a little bit of outside perimeter lighting. And I'll show you a picture here in a second. But TYRI, here's another cool thing that you'll notice about them. Look at this, look at the base on this thing. What do you notice about that? So you see the 4 rubber pieces there in the corners, those are vibration isolators. So the base of the light is mounted to the vehicle, and then the top housing of the light is mounted on the opposite side of these rubber isolators. So it really helps with vibration damping on the light itself. That'll not only extend the life of your light significantly, but also reduce the vibration effect you see on the, the beam on the ground in front of you. So that's really nice. I've never seen that on a light before, an off-road light. You can tell their mining application background really comes into play here. These lights are, I read their cool document sheet right here that talks all about where they come from and everything else. You can see TYRI Lights are mining and military proven. But they have, it says electromagnetic compatibility, so that's cool. You won't have any issues with radios or other, your normal radio in your car, or your VHF or CB radio that most of us run for off-roading, which I've heard a lot of issues with different light manufacturers. And actually one of the guys in our group, one of our lead drivers, I won't name any names, but he drives a TRX, and he had a lot of issues with his Baja Designs wiring harnesses when he ran them to 4 LP6s or LP4s, I can't remember. And he had really loud humming noises, and it was bothering him, and he had to rewire the whole thing. And that was from Baja Designs, from the factory, no issues with it. That's what they claimed is normal. So you won't have any of those kind of issues with this. Also, temperature extremes, it says they test them in a cold chamber from negative 40 degrees Fahrenheit all the way up to 185, which is insane. 24 hours a day, 28 continuous days with humidity brought up to 90%, it says right there. Very impressive. These things are IP69K rated for water sealing. So you will never have any issues with these, even if your vehicle's driven underwater or anything like that. These things should stay sealed perfectly. And then at the bottom here, it talks about shock and vibration. So 50 Gs pulses vibrated to alternating frequencies for 24 hours, 3 different positions, 8 hours each, basically, which is very impressive. So anyway, these things, basically, they're bulletproof. You're not going to break these lights, and they do have warranty on them. And TYRI is a local company. These are assembled here in Wisconsin. I'm in Michigan, one state over, so it's really cool that they're local. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and install these on the truck. And my M&R lights on the front, I didn't kind of finish what I was saying, but I did want larger size lights on the front, but I also wanted more coverage because right now I have Baja Designs lights on the bumper. They're LP6s. And those ones are great for throwing light far out, but I also want kind of perimeter lighting as well. So my current M&R ones, although they're great lights, they're a little small for that usage. They're more for like a spot beam on one particular area. And actually my dad's asking me if he can have them since he knows I got new lights. So I'll probably end up putting those along with my Baja Designs S1s, the old ones. I'll probably get the lenses replaced, fix them up, stuff like that. There's a little work to be done to those, and then put them on my dad's truck or something. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get these wired up. You can see the wiring should be pretty simple. I already have everything connected there, so all I have to do is cut wires, splice in the new ones with the new nice Deutsch connectors, waterproof connectors right there, and bolt these down. Another cool thing I noticed was, check this out. So the mounting bolts on most lights are normal Allen, or what are they called? A hex head bolt. These ones are like rounded carriage bolts that are recessed, and they have a square shank on it. You can see the square shank right there, and it sits right in here nicely. So you actually don't need a tool on top to tighten these down. You can get away with just a bottom, either a wrench or a socket if you can fit one under there, and that's all you need, and it kind of holds itself in place, which is super nice. Tighten up the sides, and then you should be good to go. So let's get these installed. Enough jibber jabber, and I'll show you what it looks like in a second. Sorry, I quickly wanted to show you the different spot beams and different lights they offer. So right here, the large lights I have are the 1313s. They're 8,000 lumens, which is insane. And they measure theirs differently. They actually measure it real light output, unlike what a lot of manufacturers use for, like they'll put what the LEDs are rated at and stuff like that. So this is a real value, 8,000 lumens. They have different wattage and voltage variations that you can accept as input, and then there's the spot beam, or the beam pattern, sorry, and you can see all the different lights and what they have. They also have a second page on the back here which has the smaller lights I have shown on it. So that's the 0606 right here. You can see it's a more of a spot or a flood pattern, which is perfect for rear ambers. You don't want them spotlights on the back that are pointing in the person behind you's eyes. You actually want it kind of scattered like that. So let's keep going now. All right, guys, I went ahead and modded up my wiring harness and put some nice shielding around these right here just to prevent rubbing. Bolted them down, and man, they are super bright, number one, and number two, the color is so much better. You can tell just how much more yellow it is than the last ones, the Baja Designs lenses that were faded. Also, cool thing I noticed, they use 8.8 grade hardware, and then it's all blacked out already, so you don't have to spray paint or anything to make it match if you have blacked out backgrounds and bumpers and stuff like that. Really cool. Normally they give you like normal, you know, the chrome or galvanized bolts that are silver. Since the light's all black, it looks a lot nicer like this. And then, like I said, you got bolts, hex head bolts and nuts to tighten everything up. There's no Allen keys, Allen head bolts that could get stripped out or anything like that. So, super happy with them. Let me show you the old Baja Designs lights in comparison for size, but almost identical. These new ones are a little bit bigger actually, which is nicer. It's not quite as big as like an S2, but it's slightly larger than the S1, but not by much. Dimensions are almost identical. Yeah, that's kind of what they look like. But yeah, I'm excited to see how these new ones do. So that's the backs. Let's take care of the fronts now, the pillar pods. All right, guys, I just wrapped up the install of the front ones. Man, these things are awesome. They're huge. They look really good, and I have them on right now, obviously, as you can see. They've got 7, I think, LEDs in each one. And just for size comparison, compare them to these, they're a little bit smaller than the LP6s, so they're probably about an LP4 or a XL80 size for the Baja Designs guys. I still need to aim them. I'll do that at night, but man, it looks really good. I'll put the covers back on here in a second so you can see what they look like. Alright, guys, there's the final product. Let's focus. Okay, let me stand back a little bit so you can kind of get a feel for how big they are on there. I think they look much better compared to the last ones in terms of filling out the space up front. They look like that's the size it should be compared to the rest of the truck. But yeah, you can really see the cool isolation. Oops, almost slipped in the snow. The isolation dampers right here for vibration. And I ran the wire behind kind of right through the frame itself to keep it clean, and then put this nice like nylon shielding on it and some heat shrink stuff on the ends just to keep it looking really clean. Did the same thing with the rear ones as well. Yeah, here are the rear ones as well, kind of same deal. So yeah, we got it all wrapped up. Huge shout out to TYRI. Thank you so much for supporting our events. They actually have some raffle prizes they've given us to donate in our raffle for Wendigo Watch, which is coming up here February 16th to the 18th. So super excited to have them on board. They gave us a bunch of really nice pod lights for the front and the rear. You'll have to stay tuned to see that or join the event. So we already have quite a few trucks signed up. I won't say the number yet till we get there the day of, because people are still signing up, but quite a few Raptors TRXs. We've got some Bronco Raptors. We have some Ranger Raptors even signed up. So we're excited. Stay tuned. That should be the next video. You'll see the pre-run next, and then after that you should see the actual event. All right, guys, as usual, catch you off-road.
Put the gun on silent, be quiet, nigga. Hush, hold on. Cause that bitch go pew when I shoot, it's on mute. That bitch go pew when I shoot, it's on mute. That bitch go pew when I shoot, it's on mute. Copycat, nigga tryna copy what I do.